fifth graders, because we didn't have school yesterday, we're going to do our application problem before we do our lesson. We're just going to skip the fluency for today. Okay, so I am in my blue Learn book on lesson 11 application problem. It's on page 75. And the question says, after school, Marcus ran 3 2/10 kilometer and Cindy ran 1 95/100 kilometer. Who ran farther? How much farther? So reading through this, I noticed 2 question marks. Why don't you circle them? So here was one, here was the other. So we're going to be answering who ran farther? Blank ran farther. How much farther? They ran blank farther. Okay, let's actually solve. So we've done our read, we're ready to do our write. Now let's solve. So here's what I know. After school, Marcus ran 3 2/10 kilometer. So let's draw, here's Marcus. I'm going to draw a tape diagram to show how far he ran. So let's say right there. And this is going to be 3 2/10 kilometer. Cindy is our second person. Cindy ran 1 9/5 kilometer. So I know 1 9/5 would be smaller than 3 2/10. So I'm going to draw a tape diagram to make it smaller. That's 1 95/100 of a kilometer. So who ran farther? Who ran farther? Which number is larger? Marcus ran farther. They ran blank farther. I could actually change this to a he. That'd probably be more proper, more appropriate. But so how much further? So I need to figure out the distance. It's like how much more would Cindy have had to run in order to have caught up with Marcus? So how much further did Marcus run? This is a subtraction problem. So I want you to give it a shot first. Let's line up our numbers here. I'm making sure that my decimals are lined up because that'll ensure that my ones, my tenths, and my hundredths are lined up. And one little thing, don't forget you need to add a 0 here. You can't just drop down the 5 because it's not 5 minus 0. It's 0 minus 5. Why don't you pause, and then when you're ready to see how you did on the subtraction, come on back. Okay, I'm going to solve. I always think of money because it's easier for me. So this is having 0 pennies. I have to take away 5 pennies. I can't do that. So I'm going to have to take one of my dimes here. So I only have 1. And I'm going to exchange that dime for 10 pennies. Now I can subtract. 10 minus 5. I have 5 pennies left. Now I have 1 dime, and I have to take away 9 dimes. I can't do that. So instead, I'm going to take away $1. So now I only have 2. And I'm going to exchange them for dimes. $1 is 10 dimes. So now you don't have 1 dime, I have 11. That 1 dime plus 10 more would be 11. 11 dimes minus 2 dimes, sorry, 9 dimes. I have 2 dimes left. Decimal, of course, needs to be dropped down. And then I have $2 minus $1. I have $1 left. So now I'm taking my mind back out from money, because this wasn't a money problem. This was 3 2/10 kilometers minus 1 95/100 kilometer. So my answer should be in kilometers. So I'm going to say they ran 1 25/100 kilometer farther. There we go. All right, how did you do? Good job, everyone. You're going to go to the next slide where we're going to actually start lesson 11.